Hello Eagles, this is Jonathan and welcome to this week's edition to the Flock News. Before we get started, I would like to remind everyone to set your clocks forward 1 hour. Saturday night and the end of the grading period is coming up at the end of next week. Get your work done, Eagles. Not only that, but get ready for spring break coming up next week as well. Now, we have Kelsie with our headlines.
Hi, I'm Kelsie and I'm here with your headlines. On Sunday in Equatorial Guinea, some military dynamite and other explosives was being transported when it was accidentally set off, taking out the entire city, killing 98 and injuring over 600. Still trying to recover many out of the rubble of their destroyed city. The House and Senate have passed the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan Act along party line votes. President Biden is expected to sign a bill into the law today. One of the 6 jurors dismissed on Tuesday for the ex-minneapolis police officer Derek Chavin murder trial. The officer that killed George Floyd had voiced concerns that rioters could attack his home or come after his family if his name was released. If you like to hike, you'll be happy to hear that Indiana has announced that almost $30 million will go to build 70 miles of new trails in the state, the closest one being in Vernon. The deadline for the third round of Next Level Trails is December 1st. The Indiana Department of Workforce Development is launching Hoosier Talent Network so Hoosiers can be connected to employers that are looking for people who are out of work due to the pandemic. By better understanding candidates' skills and capabilities, the DWD says Hoosier Talent Network is able to highlight opportunities based on the individual's skill sets and preferences. Thursday, April 1st, the Red Cross will be hosting a blood drive in Mid-America Science Park in Scottsburg. Remember that 1 pint of your blood may save up to potentially 3 lives. Want to sign up? Here's how you do it. Visit www.redcrossblood.org. And finally, the Austin Recycling Guild is gearing to host its 16th AHS Talent Show on Wednesday, April 14th. See Mr. Plass to volunteer to sign up, and see Mr.Hurt to find out what it's like to win the People's Choice Award. Picture here, right there. Back to your anchor.
Thanks, Kelsie. Those were great headlines. Now let's jump straight to our pieces. First up, we have Mr. Plass with his cross-country skiing.
When I was in high school, I used to ski on the cross-country team. I had a great coach. A lot of great skiers. You hear about C-team in basketball. Well, there were so many good skiers, they used to ski G-team. Skis have a camber to them so that you can put kick wax in this area under where your bindings are. So you can do traditional, what's called diagonal skiing. I love the sound of skiing. You can see why it's called skating. Cross-country skiing, there's this thing called the glide. It's how you let the energy run out on the skis, whoa, and get just a little bit more out of every effort. And I think it relates to life. If you build up that practice and that energy, you can get just a little more glide out of life, and life can be quite a bit easier and smoother.
Next up, we have Jonathan with his track interview piece. So, being a discus thrower?
Shot put and discus.
Shot put and discus. Do you think your shot put and discus team is going to go far this year?
Oh, I'm thinking we're winning state, sectionals, probably countryside. We're going to win the whole thing probably. We've got some excellent throwers. We've got Nick on discus, me on shot. We got a bunch of new recruits. We're shooting straight to the top, man.
In one word, how could you describe track?
Exhausting. All that running. I'm paid to throw, man, not to run. They got me running 2-3 laps.
All right, thank you. All right, so do you think the runners this year, including all the new runners, like the freshmen that you guys got, do you think they're ready and prepared to take it to the top?
I think we're pretty prepared. Everyone's been working really hard, hitting their workout times, hitting the weights hard, so I think we got a decent shot.
Do you think you guys have a chance of winning sectionals and going far this season?
Individually, yes, but as a whole, no. Mainly because track's a big numbers game, and our team's just not a very big team, and it's stretched pretty thin. But, I mean, you never know what could happen, but it just depends.
In one word, what would you describe track as?
Fun.
Fun. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, so, like, I mean, it's a lot of hard work and everything, and, of course, a lot of, it hurts because it's running and exercise, but you hang out with everybody, you're all vibing, having a good time, and then at the end of the day, when you see your improvement and results, it just gives you a good feeling inside.
Thank you. And now we have Owen with his opinion on Texas lifting the mask mandate.
Hello, Eagles. Today I'm here to talk to you about something a lot of you are probably tired of hearing about, masks. Now, I know masks are probably getting annoying to a lot of you, if not a lot, probably all of you. But it's still something important that we have to do, that we need to get used to, even if we aren't already used to it, which we should be now at this point because of how long we've had to do it. And it's not just for the protection of yourself, it's for the protection of others as well. With that being said, I'm not sure if a lot of people know, I'm sure most people actually do know by now, Texas has officially lifted their mask mandate. And honestly, this is not the best idea. Texas was a state that was really bad because of the population. It was really bad in cases of COVID. And now that they've lifted their mask mandate, I'm not sure that that's going to help them at all. Texas is a really large state with many, many big cities such as Austin, Houston, places like that, and it's not, if I were to choose any state to lift a mask mandate on, Texas would not be it. There's still people that are going to be wearing their mask up there in Texas, because there's still always going to be those people that feel like they need to wear their mask, and that's good, because masks, like I said in the beginning of this piece, they're not for only the safety of you, but also for the safety of others as well. And now that Texas doesn't have to wear their mask, there's going to be a lot of people that aren't going to, and that's also going to reflect on other states as well, on what they feel like they're allowed to do. So it's going to reflect across the whole nation. It's not just going to reflect on Texas. There's going to be more people not wearing their masks around the country because of Texas lifting their mask mandate. They're not going to feel like it's fair, or they're going to feel like they don't have to since Texas doesn't have to. But I feel like this is going to reflect negatively on the nation, given that we're already a bad country for COVID, and now that one of the big states has lifted their mask mandate, it's going to make cases raise in that state, and it's also going to make other states feel like they don't have to wear their masks either, and that's also going to cause the rates to jack up as well. My name is Owen. Thank you for listening.
And last but certainly not least, we have Kelsie with her behind the scenes piece.
What do I think students do behind the scenes on Flock News? For one, I think these students are working hard to bring us the news every week. When I was in high school, we got it once a month. So I'm going to give a big to Mr. Plass and these kids for working hard every week.
I think you guys work really hard and research all your news and practice the deliveries. I think you do a good job.
Well, I know from watching your programs that all the news anchors are very well versed, and I know Mr. Plass takes that responsibility very seriously, and I know the proof is in the pudding, so to speak. The show's always really good, well well put together, and the pieces are, you can tell research has been done. So, and visually, I just see you guys working all the time, the whole staff. So I've been very, very pleased with the pieces that you guys have done, the news stories, and highlighting different things here at the school and nationally, and just been very good.
Thank you for watching, Eagles, and stay tuned for next week for the final part of the behind the scenes piece. And not only that, but please, seniors, come in to record your senior moments. Don't be shy. We want your stories. Soar high, Eagles.